Hey, cheers, everybody. Southern VT. So Fidium Fiber came today to lay the line, dig the line in. Okay, great. Made it to the house. Great. Awesome. So it's like you gotta throw down any grass seed on the spots where you gotta go through the grass. Oh, well, once it rains, you won't even know. Grass will just grow right back. No, it won't, but okay, feed me some bullshit. So then I'm like, well, how are you guys gonna like bury it deep enough? Like, don't you gotta bury it like feet in the ground, like 3 feet in the ground to stay below the frost? No. We bury it like 12, 18 inches. That's all you got to do, 12 to 18 inches. And I'm like, that ain't enough. There's no way. Like here in Vermont with the frosts and stuff and the rocks that come out of the ground, like come next spring, like within a year or two, that line's going to be popped up, pushed out of the ground and wrapped around somebody's fucking tire. Like, look at this. This is my walkway here. Look at the fucking holes, like trip hazards. Fall and break my fucking neck. So didn't do any backfill into the hole, just ran the machine over it and then drove the machine back over it to like pack it. But normally you'd push the dirt back into the trench and then pack it down. So this is just going to be a waterway, a trough for fucking water. But yeah, let's go out here for a minute. So, okay, you figure would have scoped across the driveway, because literally this driveway in the springtime, now that it's torn up, those areas right there, you're gonna sink like a foot or two. Like, no joke, like 1 foot minimum, possibly 2 feet. Like this thing would just bottom out before it got to the 2 feet. Literally, like mud season. The dude's from out west, so he doesn't really understand. But even if he does understand, he's just a third-party contractor worker. His boss is telling him to go there, do the job, and just get it done. You get 4 done a day, you're going to get this much. You get 5 done a day, you're going to get more. You get 6 done a day, you're going to get even more. So he just wants to get it done and doesn't care about the consequences down the line or the current consequences that you're creating. Like, okay, this is the right of way. Okay, this is the right of way here. Granted, we own the land, but also the town can come and widen this road and take it back to, it's back in here somewhere. Now this is right on the road edge, right on the right of way. This whole thing would have been right of way. Okay. Now this was grass out to, you can see out to here. Now it doesn't look like an edge of grass at all now. Like I said, told me once it rains, it'll all just grow back. Now, check this out, okay? You can see how nicely, like, just drove over. It's like half packed. Like, it's such a shit show. No raking, no cleaning up, no like making it decent like it was. Like the time it took to plant this grass and to get all these rocks and to make this nice and flat, to make it so when I'm out here walking around, I'm not tripping and hurting myself. Just, it's fucking insane to leave somebody's property trashed, especially when you claim that you guys bring grass seed and you do everything 100% correct. Like, there's no fucking way. Look how deep this is, guys. Okay, and if you bring this back down to level here, okay, that is like that 5 inches maybe. Now the road is lower, okay? The road is like 1 inch or 2 lower. So that is only like a few inches below the road surface. They're gonna come grate. Them grading is possibly gonna pop that, guys. This is fucking nuts. I asked him if they bore scoped it, and he's like, no, we just do this. My boss and Fidium, they pull all the permits and they just give us a list and we go and start working. I'm gonna dig this up because I'm curious kind of how deep it is right here. So like a customer like me, we're kind of caught in the middle, and the worker, like, they don't care. Whether they understand or not, they don't care, because it's just, I'm fucking up their paycheck. If I bitch about this and don't get it done and don't allow them to do it, it's their paycheck. So it's in their best interest to talk me into just allowing them to do it and dealing with the issues, later down the line. Now, I ordered this service back in May, okay? Here it is August. This is how long it's taken. Okay, Fidium Fiber has taken them this long, from May 19th. Here it is today, like August, probably 10th or 11th. And the cable is now laid inches below the ground surface. It still isn't hooked up. It's not hooked up in the house. It's not hooked up at the box. He said that would happen in a couple days, but here, I want to dig this up right here and see. All right, there it is. Now, this is going to be a huge issue. Anybody that lives out on old dirt roads, you know and you understand, when they grate a couple times a year, these roads are pitched, okay? So, right now, it is like this because he trenched it and it laid all the dirt on either side of the trench. So right now, the road is going like this. So I need to at least be horizontal straight. Technically, the grader is going to come in and have like a couple degrees of pitch where the center of the road here will be higher than this edge. Me having this horizontal here with a level, there I threw a level across it real quick. I had to scrape this down some and then scrape down this side a little bit because of the dirt that got hoed over when he ran the machine. But literally, look guys, okay, that's 3 to 4 inches. That's 3 to 4 inches, okay? That's, I'm gonna be surprised if the grader doesn't take it out. Doesn't hit it. I'll be super surprised. That is crazy. They're laying that literally inches into the ground. That's not right. That's not right. This is a fucking shit show. This is all gonna come back. No, hold on. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fix a little section here. I'll fix a little section and show you what it should have looked like. All right, well, I raked this up and tried to clean up all this extra dirt like that came out of the trench. And rake it back out and allow it to just raise this area up a little bit. Just I got to go through and clean it all up, rake it all up now. Like this is insane, dude. Getting fiber for the cost of hours upon hours of work and labor and destruction. Like, you know, look at this. Like this ain't even, this was all nice and flat and stuff. Like anywhere where I need to work and be, I made this and everything nice, flat, friggin' clean, so I can walk around barefoot. Dog, Emery's got friggin', his front feet are wicked bad, and they've already chopped one of his toes off with the cancer spreading and stuff. Like, so it's not only for me, but it's for him too. And you know, now he's got to trip over shit. I got to trip over shit. I mean, this is a fucking good sized rock. Oh. Got to come in, clean and rake this and all this extra dirt now. The base of the fucking road, all clay looking, you know, road base. But I mean, that's totally insane. Fidium Fiber, guys. This is what they're doing. And just like the worker said, you know, they're the only ones in the area. So like they told him, you let the customer know, hey, we're either doing it or keep your older expensive service. They know that nobody has any room to argue and say, well, hey, I'm just going to go and go to this other company instead. They're the only fiber company. So you can pay more through, say, you could have Comcast come out and do cable. You could do satellite through other companies. You know, I'm on Starlink. You know, cable, DSL would give me some faster speeds. I haven't looked into what they're doing nowadays, but I would imagine DSL cable you could do like 1 gig on, but they're probably some crazy monthly price. So it's just so fucked up. This is stupid. I can't believe they're doing this to people's places. Like, I come out here and I trip and fall in that. I forget that that's there. Come out here because friggin' bears trying to get the animals or something, twist, fall, break my ankle, and trip over this rock while I'm at it. It's fucking stupid, dude. Fidium Fiber, guys. Yep, this is what they'll do. Now, if I had a driveway that was paved, they would have been talking me into laying it some way around it. Because I asked them, I was like, why don't you guys, like, technically down the whole road and the driveway all should be bored, right? Yep. But they're just having us do it this way. They're cleared us to do this way. They've cleared all the permits, and they've gotten all the permits and got everything all cleared and stuff. And I'm like, I said to the guy, I'm like, you're telling me that the town and the road manager is allowing this here to happen? I was like, there's no way. I was like, if your boss is actually telling you that, then he's just feeding you full of shit, because the more that you get done, the more he can bill Fidium. And with there being so many people in row of the work and the work being done, it's easy just to keep passing the buck when shit like this happens. Just keep passing the buck on to the other guy. Oh, well, we ended up firing the third-party contractors because they were doing this, and we never told them they could do this, and blah, blah, blah. Like, they'll just lie and pass the buck down the line. This is bullshit. I don't know. What would you do, guys? What's your thoughts? Should I allow them to finish the project and allow it to be hooked up? And should I disconnect Starlink? Starlink, $130 a month for 400 gigs. Fiber, $50 a month for 1 gig. 400 megabytes per second is on Starlink. It's 1 gig on fiber for 50. I'm thinking hook it up. But then once I hook it up, that means Starlink is unhooked. That means if this gets fucked up, it is going to be days to weeks or even months. Look at this. It took months just to get them to this point here. Months just to get them here and get them to this point. So what's my chances of this being fixed in a timely fashion when it gets wrapped up around the fucking plow guy's friggin' tires, or us pulling in and out of the driveway? Like, it's not uncommon. Like, we understand and know, come mud season, you pick and choose your days you come and go. You pick your times. Sometimes when the weather's really, really cold, first thing in the morning is the time to get out. Sometimes it's better to wait a little bit in the day because things will dry up a little bit if there's a nice breezy, warm day. So you pick and choose when you come and go. Now, there's going to be times when you can't pick and choose, and driving in and out of this driveway, it's not uncommon to see 2-foot ruts. And I have explained this to these guys the 3 times that they've come out here. 4 times that they've come out here. The people that put the contract together and the people that do the digging, the 4 times I've talked to them out here, I've told them this and brought this to their attention, and they tell me that no, I'm misinformed, that everything is legal beagle, everything is done correctly, everything is done to a fashion where it's not going to be an issue. I don't see that. I see this being an issue. What do you guys think? Tell me down in the comments what you guys' thoughts are. Like, what do you think? How long do you think it's going to take before this fiber optic line that's buried a variance of depth from anywhere from, we've seen 3 inches to, let's say, 8 inches? How long do you think it's going to take before that's wrapped up around a tire? How long do you think it's going to take before that's just exposed and showing on top of the grass? And then I got to worry about chopping it with my friggin' lawnmower. This being the roadside edge, now that it's all been softened up and everything, people pull over to the edge a little bit, it's just going to create a fucking trench here. And not being the soil that got pushed out to the sides, it never got brought back to the center. Like, you can see the piles of dirt up here. Like, I I try to stomp this back down. I come and rake it. I pick out all the rocks and fucking get it all back to looking like it should. Fill this fucking hole in. You know, he popped the rock, didn't fill the fucking hole in. I don't understand. Like, you know, and look at all the leftover dirt. Like I said, this is just insane. This is fucking insane. I can't believe that they're doing this to people. So, you know, that's a good shovel two full of extra dirt. And correct, the ground's not packed as packed now. So there's not as much dirt being put back in there. The line takes up a little bit of space, but I mean, the line is fucking mad tiny. Like, look at, this is all the line is here. I mean, look at this shit show. Sorry, I take a little bit of pride in what I was doing. You know, the orange line is what's in the ground there. I totally just don't understand. All right, I know, give me your thoughts. Let me know down in the comments. Should I go to the town? Should I just call the project off? I don't mind keeping Starlink. It does what I need it to do. I'd prefer a little bit faster. I'm thinking about doing a little bit more. And I notice I run right at the max a lot of the times. I'll be pulling 300, 350. So having the extra would be nice. I don't believe I can get much extra with Starlink without having to pay more. It's the whole $80 a month savings. Like, that to me right now is a lot of money, right? I live and survive on less than $5,000 a year. So $80 a month, that's a lot of money right now to me. And that's part of the reason why I'm so frustrated that it's taken this long to get here, because 3-4 months, that's already $240 that I've given Elon that technically I shouldn't be having to. Like, this service should have been done and hooked up by now, but so I've already lost out like $240, and now the fucking damage. And like, technically what I want to do, I want to rake this all back flat and replant it all with grass and put some fucking straw down now and try to fix it. What is that going to do when you look at that? That's going to make every car fucking think that they can, the road now goes like this. And they're all going to be pulling over to here, running this edge of the fucking road, wicked on the edge, and they're going to be like, yeah, it's going to falsely move the road this way on top of it. Like, it's just what a shit show. All right, there it is, Fidium Fiber. Yeah, what a fucking mess. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot, Fidium Fiber. Thanks a lot for this mess. Thankfully, I pulled up all my rocks here. I had my flat rocks for my walkway. But yeah, I gotta fill stuff in. I gotta rake and fix and clean up. Like, it's just insane. All right, peace out. Much love. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Should I get a hold of Fidium and try arguing with them? I've done it before and it goes nowhere. You just get somebody that's making a paycheck on the other end of the line that has answers to certain questions, and that's it. It's a shit show. It's you waste hours of your time just waiting on hold, let alone, like I said, you're just talking to somebody that's a phone answerer that has zero to do with this, or has zero authority, or has zero pull for anything. Anything you tell them, they have to go tell their boss to tell their boss to tell their boss to get something fucking done. But I don't know. Anyways, peace out, much love, stay safe. Southern VT out.